right now we're going to talk about, well, I guess igniting Battle Creek, because there's a group called Ignite BC, and we're very privileged to have 4 people from that group right now: Adam Kingston, Cameron Cummins, Kayla Thompson, and Caitlynn Newman. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
It is very nice to see you, and it's very exciting to see, younger people getting involved in leading in the community and trying to make things happen, because so often we hear about younger people griping that there's nothing good in the community. It doesn't matter what community, but certainly we hear that in this one. And you guys are being proactive, I would say. So introduce each one of yourselves. Tell us where you're from and who you are a little bit, please.
Great. My name's Adam Kingston. I grew up right down the road in Marshall. I actually work downtown at the Battle Creek Community Foundation now.
Oh, and they sponsor our hour.
Absolutely.
My name's Cameron Cummins. I grew up and went to Penfield High School, Keller Community College, and now I work and live in Kalamazoo, but I travel to Battle Creek all the time.
Okay.
I'm Caitlynn Newman. During the day, I'm a social worker at Bronson Battle Creek Hospital, and I'm also the co-founder of Restore 269 and the owner of the Record Box Development.
All right, we've talked about that before. Well, maybe we'll get an update before we're done.
I'm Kayla Thompson. I grew up in Hillsdale and moved to Marshall, Michigan, and I am an attorney at Christ Enderly in Battle Creek.
Wow, so that is quite a collection. I mean, you guys are not old like me. And, I mean, we've heard a lot about the Record Box and what the Newmans are doing down there to try and spark downtown Battle Creek. So tell us, what is Ignite Battle Creek, or Ignite BC's mission? What are we all about? What are we founding this for?
Yeah, so this idea kind of started back in March. I think one of the cool things about this is none of us really knew one another before we started this group. I met Kayla at an event in downtown Battle Creek in March. We talked about how a group similar to Ignite BC would be something that would flourish here in Battle Creek, we thought, and people would be interested in. So with some brainstorming sessions, getting input from the community, that's kind of what Ignite BC is all about. We launched this group, Ignite BC. We have 3 pillars, so social, service, and professional development. And really it's about anybody that wants to be engaged in Battle Creek. We're really trying to highlight community assets that exist, expose people to those assets, and connect people in the community too. So we think of ourselves as emerging professionals, and anybody that wants to be involved. We've actually launched 4 committees, and we have close to 50 to 60 people that signed up at our launch party to be to kind of run those committees. And so we're launching those in January.
And kind of tying this in with, I mean, how are you going to accomplish bringing these people together? What's the idea? What's the plan?
I think several aspects of what we're trying to do is create events that establish meaningful connections between people here in Battle Creek. So whether that's through volunteerism or just a regular networking event, something to get people out of work and into the community of Battle Creek to connect with each other is our main goal.
I've noticed it too, because I've done community theater for many years, and you do a show with people, you rehearse for a month or 6 weeks, and you do a few shows, and all of a sudden you know those people for life. You get to know them a little bit because you see them more than just one time. You have a few conversations with them, you figure out what they do, you find out you have a lot of things in common, similarities, and it's events like that actually build relationships, and then on top of that build community. Is that what you're after?
That's correct. We want to have a place for people to come together to connect, find new friends or new networking connections, new professional relationships, and just build a better community for everyone, especially in our generation, to get together and to make new friends and new relationships.
And it sounds like this is not Facebook friends, although Facebook's certainly a tool you can use.
Certainly.
But
yeah.
It sounds like this is way beyond that.
You go ahead.
It is absolutely way beyond that. I mean, we're trying to reach people through social media. That's a huge way to reach out to people. But it is beyond that. It's connecting with people and that's what's going to grow a stronger community, and really it's what igniting Battle Creek is.
I think one of the strong suits that we have is experience from inside and outside of the community. As a young person in Battle Creek, you mentioned it earlier in the introduction, there's a lot of griping about the lack of opportunity to do things in Battle Creek. And one of Kayla's big ideas was to pull from some of her experience in Detroit. And mine, I get to see experience in Kalamazoo, to see places where young people are coming together and thriving and creating a new community within a community. And that's what we're really pursuing to establish here in Battle Creek.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and we've had organizations, you know, in not just this community, but other communities over the years, the JCs, the Junior League, a lot of groups where younger people try to do some of the things that you're doing. Sounds like this is maybe a new incarnation, a new something. What's different about it than some of those other organizations?
So I think, and it was really cool at our launch party at McCamley Plaza Hotel downtown early November. We had roughly 175 people show up, and they're working and coming from all different places in the community. I don't know how we got them all there. Maybe it's our social media committee. But I think I know, like I said, I work at the Battle Creek Community Foundation, and I know everyone that works in the nonprofit world in Battle Creek. But I don't know too many people that work at the fort or that work at the hospital or that maybe, you know, work somewhere else. And we really think that there's a need to connect with everyone. And kind of break down those silos that might exist in the community and bring everyone together. I met probably 30 new people that I had never met before at the launch party that I could hang out with or that I could call if I needed something. It's all about connections, I think. And so that maybe makes it a little bit different. I'm not sure if anyone has anything to add.
I would also add that it's a really organic group. So we want to be really inclusive, and we also want to provide opportunities and functions that the people want. So we're not the steering committee coming forward and saying we're doing X, Y, and Z. We really have our committees and all of the members coming forward and saying we think this would be really positive in Battle Creek. Let's do it. So we're really open, and we want to kind of be led by our members.
And I noticed on your webpage, you've kind of broken this down. You know, we've talked a little bit about what your mission and what you want to do, but I mean, you've broken it down into 4 areas: marketing and communication, fundraising and friend-raising, social and service, and professional development. You want to expound on that a little bit?
I'll take the professional development arm. So I think a lot of the members want to come together and not only just shake hands and meet new people, but they want to have value out of attending something. So we want to put something together where you might learn about how an entrepreneur started, you know, a great real estate development, or how the Record Box has been forming for the past year or so, and kind of the hurdles that they've gone through. So bringing professional development opportunities forward, that it's not your typical resume building or, you know, just a seminar. It's more of workshops and learning and really finding new opportunities that are going on out there.
I guess I'll take the social and service committee. So this committee is really about not only networking and coming together, but it's also about finding something in the community that's important and that we want to make an impact on. And that could be various different things in our community, different times of year. And anyone could come to us and say that there's a need here. And we hope that we can do that in a fun and a fun way that, you know, people in the committee and then our other members of Ignite BC can be a part of and have a sense of meaning, and that they can give back to this community.
I guess that leaves friend-raising and fundraising to me. That group, friend-raising and fundraising, is based around 2 principles. Is one, you need funds to deliver a solid event that can bring meaningful connections to people. And 2, you need people to be there. And so to get both of those things, we need to go out in the community and find ways to establish a connection with businesses so that they can provide their people opportunities to get out and meet other people within the community.
Yeah, and we see that, I mean, certain businesses stand out in this community. One that comes to mind, Denso, you know, this time of year especially, but even year round. I mean, you know, they have employees who, you know, they jump out there and try to fulfill a need and do what needs to be done. interact. And so it's great to see this, on, like a fresh new angle and another scale. How would you describe that group of 175 people that came down to the Branson Ballroom? What do they look like?
There was no homogenous look at this group of people. The age ranges were probably from 21 to 65, and it was just a rainbow coalition of people within that.
Yeah, there seems to be kind of a positive optimism in Battle Creek right now. We all know that we've struggled a bit economically in recent years, and I think a lot of that started with Caitlynn, you and your husband, and some of your projects. I mean, you actually live downtown, correct?
Yeah, that's correct. We moved, I believe, in early 2016, and we kind of felt like the pioneers. We were kind of the only ones down there right now, but it's an exciting time. There's a lot happening, and we just hope that continues to grow.
Yep, we keep getting some new places to eat and new businesses downtown, and the whole idea that'll attract more people like you who will want to live downtown. But is this a downtown project, or is this a county project, or is this a Michigan project? I mean, how would you geographically, or would you rather not geographically define it?
I'd say we would rather not geographically define it. I mean, we're igniting Battle Creek, but with that, we've made connections with Marshall's Young Professional Group, and they attended our launch party. And we're making connections with people in Kalamazoo. So it's not just Battle Creek, and we need to reach a little bit further than just Battle Creek. But I guess igniting Battle Creek, that's kind of, we need to grow Battle Creek and have the support from surrounding communities as well.
We are talking Ignite BC. We have 4 of their members here, and a big event coming up, a broom ball tournament. I've heard of a lot of things, like Vince Pavone has this kickball tournament that he puts on every summer. What's broom ball all about, and where did this idea come from?
Broom ball is a fun game played on ice with what used to be brooms, but now there's fancy paddles that go along with it, and about a 4-inch round ball. Okay. And it's kind of the same setup as hockey, where you have 5 out players on each team and 1 goalie on each team. And the whole purpose is to try and score as many goals as possible in the allotted time, and to play a fun and, we'll say, safe game of broom ball.
In other words, the players retain more of their teeth than the average NHL player.
It's the goal.
Yeah. The best possible outcome.
So you actually skate?
No, it is played on tennis shoes, actually, and in plain clothes. There's not much of a uniform besides a hockey helmet and your paddle or broom, and then the ball.
I'm not sure how good my sea legs would be out there in tennis shoes on ice.
You have to have some quick feet, but it works out okay.
And extra padding in the buttle region?
Optional.
Recommended, but optional.
Yeah, okay. So what have we got so far in terms of people signed up to do this?
So we have about 10 teams signed up, coming from different businesses, organizations, and even just people in the community that have individually signed up. So we're really excited about the registration so far. It's still open. We still have some room for a couple more teams. If anyone's interested in registering this week, you can go on our website, ignitebc.org, and register through our website for the tournament. But there's also space for people to just come and watch and hang out and learn about what Ignite BC is. So we're trying to highlight the rink, as we talked about a little bit earlier, those community assets that maybe are a little more underutilized. The Powells have done a great job with the rink in downtown Battle Creek. And so we want to host this event there, kind of highlight the rink, and also have fun playing broom ball.
So it's this Saturday, 5 to 9. If you're not playing, come down, bring your spirit, but leave the rotted vegetables at home. And so how much does it cost for a team?
So we have a few different options. A full team is $200 if you're going to register as a full team.
And how many people on a team?
Usually 6 to 8 people.
Okay.
Then we do have the option for people to join as free agents. We have a couple of teams reserved for free agents specifically, and quite a few people out there waiting to do that. And then we also wanted to leave the option open to come and enjoy broomball and or heckle those who are playing.
Okay.
So
So that's $5.
that would be $5.
And it's Saturday 5 to 9, broom ball. Wow, where does the money go?
The money is going to raise funds for us to continue to throw free and very, very fun events. And then also we are excited to announce that we're going to make a donation to the Battle Creek Ice Hockey Association.
Okay. Wow. Well, this is great stuff. And Caitlin, I'd be remiss if I didn't ask you for an update on the Record Box, the property down on Carlisle Street.
Well, thank you.
What's the latest?
So the latest is we did get our building permit. Things are happening. I know a lot of people don't see the behind the scenes work that goes into these projects. It's kind of, I know, leaving the community wondering, is this going to happen? I know I've heard that about New Holland or the Heritage Tower, but all these projects are happening. It's just, there's a lot of things going on that people don't see. So we have our building permit and we're hoping to start construction in January. We have all of our subcontractors lined up, ready to go.
Well, January is like 3 weeks from now. So
That's right. We're really excited to have,
next month it could get going, and we still don't know who the mystery brewery is.
That's right. It'll still be a mystery. Whenever they're ready to announce, we're ready.
We got a bit of an exclusive tour of the property as well, which I don't know if I'm supposed to talk about. And it was very exciting.
Wow. All right. Can't wait to get in there and see the various stages in there, and keep us posted on Ignite BC. We're very fascinated, and we wish you the best of luck. And thanks a lot for your involvement.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Thank you for having us.
All right. Adam Kingston, Cameron Cummins, Kayla Thompson, and Caitlynn Newman, Ignite BC.